What's poppin', y'all? It's y'all main man D Million to the left of me. I don't know, maybe it's your right. I got my boy Minda Reese in the building. So what we got going on? Y'all probably wondering what's going on. So we started a podcast or show. It's called the Minda Reese. And no, actually, it's not even called that. It's called Tag Team Talk by Minda Reese and D Mills. And I just think this is gonna be a very interesting conversation. I'm very excited for how this is gonna go because I've never strayed into the avenue of talking about wrestling. I know this is something
Yeah,
that you love. Tell
right.
the people about yourself though.
Man, as far as just wrestling, I've been a wrestling fan for since like 1998, 99, youngin.
Yeah,
Uh been tapped into it ever since. It technically speaking, it kind of runs in my blood. I never told you this. I figured I'd save it for the
okay.
podcast. My great grandfather is in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Oh wow.
I own I own his Hall of Fame ring
Yeah,
because his grandson gave it to me since I'm one of the only wrestling fans in the family.
that's
But
actually
yeah,
crazy. So you
yeah, I never
essentially you could start your own bloodline.
let's not go too far.
You
Let's
could.
not go too far.
You
I
could
mean,
start your own bloodline story.
I could be the Black Tribal Chief,
Yeah.
the Black Tribal Chief, the Black Tribal Chief of Baltimore. You feel me?
You were supposed to keep
Um,
the tradition going. What
I
happened?
was supposed to keep it going, man. I wanted to be a wrestler when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like when
You
I
still
was in high
can.
school. Nah, brother. I got scoliosis. I'm not getting in
Oh,
nobody's wrestling.
okay.
I wanted to be a wrestler when I was younger. They had like it was a guy who used to wrestle in WWE named Gilbert. He was like a parody of Goldberg.
Okay.
And he had his own wrestling school here because he's from Baltimore. I was gonna go to the wrestling school when I graduated high school and everything, but tried out for the football team. You gotta get physical. They
Yeah.
was like, yeah, you got scoliosis. They said it's not that bad. You could play football, but
Mm.
I'm like, well, I'm not getting in a wrestling ring with scoliosis, goddamn it. So I always was like, damn, I could be a manager, like a Paul Heyman type,
I know.
something like
You
that.
could be
But
like MVP.
yeah, something like MVP. You
Yeah.
feel me? But that's I'd rather be a fan.
You have to be a
I'm more
fan.
interested in being a fan. I respect what they do.
Yeah.
Even like from a managerial standpoint, I couldn't do what they do. Being out there in front of tens of thousands of people, man, it's
Well,
crazy.
one thing, it just take reps at the end of the day. I think.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's a lot of pressure at the beginning, especially when being on camera and you do see the crowd and you feel that energy and you know you got to perform. Ain't no stuttering over your words when you're in front of 20,000 people unless you great at playing it off. Some guys are great at playing it off.
Some guys are, and then you get that adrenaline rush too. It's probably pushing you to do things you probably couldn't do
Yes.
otherwise. But yeah, this is exciting, man. I'm excited for this. This kind of came out of nowhere. Like,
No idea. It's been something I've been pondering for a minute. Um,
mhm,
I like doing stuff outside of just doing basketball. That's why I do food reviews. I
right.
thought this was something else I could tap into.
Mhm.
And it's fun to have a co-host. Like when I'm doing food reviews, I'm by myself. Now I have somebody there who I can conversate with. We both have our own wrestling opinion, so I think that could be fun. Because I remember you tweeted out something recently about why do wrestling fans, and pretty much how they complain about how international crowds are better than U.S. crowds. And I
Yeah,
was just like, two things can be true.
yeah, it's
Eh,
true. Uh, I think yeah, you replied to that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you replied to that. It is like I do think that international crowds are more energetic, are more exciting. I think as far as sports go, period, they're more energetic. So that carries over to wrestling naturally. Um, but they're also gonna be more excited because they don't get shows often.
yeah.
So when they come over there, they feel like they gotta show out, they gotta give their best, they're excited because they're seeing people they haven't seen before.
But I also feel like as Americans, we shouldn't get too comfortable. Those people go out there and put their bodies on
Yeah,
the line, and I feel like
yeah.
when I'm at a show, I still feel like it's my first show I ever been to. Every time I go to one, I'm still feeling that kid energy, that excitement, that joy, and I want to cheer loud and bring that energy. So it's kind of crazy sometimes when you see big matches or like big segments with good promos and the crowd is kind of dead. Well, you know, if it was international, it would have been rocking a little bit. And I sometimes you just miss that feeling.
I will say, like, for good segments, when something's going on and you feel like it's a good segment and you like, damn, I wish the crowd was more energetic for this. That I feel you. But some people, like some segments, some people, some matches, they gotta earn that, man.
Yeah.
Like, I remember 2 years ago, I went to Raw in DC. Um, and it's crazy to see where they are now, because at the time they were not getting a reaction. Ciampa and Gargano, crowd was absolutely quiet. You could hear a rat piss on cotton in that arena. Like, nobody cared.
Yeah.
And they're great talent. It's just that at the time they weren't doing anything. But for segments like, I don't know, like last Raw Monday, they had they tried to do the contract signing again
Yeah.
for the women's triple threat, and the crowd was just dead. Like,
Yeah, they don't really show the women a lot of love overseas,
yeah,
especially
I
Bianca.
don't. I was about to say they've been booing Bianca, man. I
Yeah.
don't. The internet been saying this one thing. I ain't gonna say that because that's like, I ain't gonna generalize a whole country of people. But
But I know you was
but
at
yeah,
WrestleMania and the one in Philly, and from
yeah,
a viewer's
yeah.
perspective, it seemed like the crowd went into it. But
Yeah, I
also,
saw that a lot,
I know it was cold as hell.
bro. Bro. Let me
So
tell
I
you
could
something.
also understand that.
That first night, when I left that night and I like got online and I
Yeah.
saw people was like, man, that Philly crowd sucked. The Philly crowd was quiet. I'm like, bro, towards the end of the night, I was in my chair like this with my hoodie like wrapped around my face. I'm like, it's freezing cold.
Yeah.
Now, granted, like, for how cold it was, I think we were a little loud. But night two was much better. It was warm outside. Like, not only was it cold Saturday, the wind was blowing very hard.
Yeah.
But Sunday, the weather was much better. The crowd was much better. It reflected on social media, so that was good. But we weren't quiet. I guess it just wasn't as loud as you would want a WrestleMania to be, which is fair. But
Yeah.
we were cold as hell.
I felt like on SmackDown that we just saw, I felt like the crowd was lit. Felt like everything was very fun, especially at the beginning, that beginning segment with Randy, Drew, and Cody.
Mhm.
I thought the crowd really brought the energy, especially when Randy and Cody came out because you could sing their songs, and I felt like that's like one of my favorite things about wrestling is being there for the entrances and singing the songs with the crowd, and then once they cut the music for both of them, for Cody and Randy, you hear the crowd just they kind of just embellish it and they kind of just you could feel the passion in the songs, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is what wrestling is about right here.
I think my favorite thing about this international tour that they've done is hearing the international crowds sing Randy Orton's theme song.
Yes.
Like, the last two, I think it was like, I can't remember where they went last Friday and the Friday before that. Like, listening to it, I'm like, damn, I'm getting goosebumps. Like, they're
Yeah.
so loud. Like, just imagine being in an arena like that. It's a beautiful thing, man. I will say, I think this crowd was less energetic compared to the other international crowds,
Yeah.
but like compared to a US crowd, obviously it's like above head and shoulders. So,
Yeah. How'd you feel
but
about their match? I felt like it was me personally. I felt like it was a little underwhelming. It kind of. I kind of
Orton,
felt Orton and Drew. I kind of felt like
yeah,
the
yeah,
ending. I kind of. You already kind of knew what was about to
yeah,
happen. But
yeah,
honestly, predictable isn't bad. But also, I feel like it was cut short. Like I felt like that match was like 5 minutes.
yeah. I did like, once it was announced, I was like, okay, there's no way they're gonna like be able to finish this match clean. like because you want to protect both of them, especially going into WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect anything of it, so I wasn't really disappointed by the match. I didn't have any expectations. I figured the match was just there to set up or further one of their storylines with someone else. So,
and it was Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
And then also the extension of that was the Drew McIntyre thing backstage. That segment was crazy. Cause like
surprisingly, no, go ahead.
It caught me off guard. I did not know that's how that was gonna end.
Surprisingly, like I'm interested in Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest.
Yeah.
I think they've done a good job at building this feud. But when the match, like when we saw it was going that route, I was like, we don't have nothing better for Drew McIntyre except for Damian Priest. But I'm liking it so far. So, and I can't say that about a lot of WrestleMania feuds right now.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I feel like Drew does a good job as of late, storytelling, the jokes, the building up, the social media rants, like not rants but like the tweets, and I feel like since his feud with CM Punk, he's developed into a much better character throughout that feud with Punk once Punk came back. And I think it definitely elevated him to a new level, and you can see he carried that momentum into everything he's done after that. And honestly, I thought post Punk it would be like, damn, what's next for Drew? But I think he's used that momentum to build other things, and I'm actually loving everything that Drew does ever since then.
Yeah, within like the past year or so, Drew McIntyre has been like on his game. I want to see a title on him proper.
Yeah.
Like, I understand WrestleMania last year he won and then Damian Priest cashed in, but I would like them to see him have a run as a heel with the hopefully the World Heavyweight Championship because I feel like the World Heavyweight Championship needs something like that right now. So
you think,
or the WWE, it don't matter.
Yeah, I think he could honestly do both.
Yeah,
I don't remember. Him and Cody would honestly probably be a very good feud.
That would be really good. Yeah,
I
don't think they feuded since Cody came back.
Yeah, I don't either, and I think that would be very interesting because I think Drew is way better on the mic. He's way more comfortable. He gonna talk his shit, and I think the way Drew does his things is always some sort of like surprise attacks and all that, and I love that part about his storylines that you kind of have to expect the unexpected. You don't really know what's coming.
I love a heel that doesn't run away from a fight.
Yep.
Like growing up as a kid, I hated Triple H, but Triple H wasn't one of those heels where you're asking for a fight. He gets on the apron and it's like, all right, I'm backing down. No, we gonna throw hands.
Yes.
I'm gonna whoop your ass. I might get my ass whooped. Either way, it's cool.
Like what John Cena just did to Cody.
Well, don't get me started on that, man. I just how do you feel about that whole feud right now? I know we're supposed to be talking about SmackDown. We'll get to that, but how do you feel about the John Cena Cody feud right now?
I just feel like John Cena isn't around enough for it to feel as much as we would want it to feel. Like we want it to feel more intense and like every week we getting surprises and more extensions of the story, but it's kind of hard to build a story properly if the guy isn't around. And John Cena coming in every 3 to 4 weeks, it kind of hurts the storyline. Especially if they're not really doing anything crazy when he is there.
It's like for the last 2 weeks, they've done the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And now the rumor is that this upcoming Monday is going to be his last appearance until WrestleMania.
And I think that's fucked up. How are you going to have your main event? That's probably the main event of night 2?
Yeah.
And so there's going to be no build up. Cody's just going to essentially going to have to build it up on his own.
Like, I don't understand. And to be honest, even it's like we've had 2 segments with John Cena. First of all, it took 2 weeks for him to show up after Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Now he's shown up 3 weeks in a row. Well, about to be 3 weeks in a row. And then he's going to be gone till WrestleMania. I know he said he had around like 30 something dates this year. Like, why not use most of those dates
now
leading up towards WrestleMania? Right. And if he's the champion, like throughout the year or most of the year or whenever, it's best to have him show up less because that adds more to the heel persona of him wanting to be champion and wanting to leave with the belt, not showing up, stuff like that. But now it's like, okay, that first promo, it was cool. You know, he's shitting on the fans. The whole thing with the kid becoming the meme and shit, that was funny.
it still
All
don't feel
right.
real.
It still don't feel real, right? Like
it's kind of
watching
hard.
him.
It's kind of hard for me to take him serious as a heel. It's so crazy. Like I enjoy the storyline of it, but seeing him
Yeah.
up there being aggressive towards the crowd and talking shit, and like I'm watching it and I'm like, come on, bro, you John, that's not you. Like that's not you. That's like that. That's like that fake dude at the bar trying to act tough, but you know he a sweetheart at heart. Like that's like you know he's soft, but he just trying to put on this persona because there's a few girls in front of him. That's just like the vibe I'm getting from him. Like it just seemed like it in a weird way it feels forced, but in the same way it is enjoyable. I don't know how to I don't know how to explain it.
I think we enjoying it because like we've wanted to see this for so long. And it doesn't feel real that we're seeing it, but it's like it's enjoyable because you don't get to see John Cena do this.
Yeah.
But it's going to take some getting used to.
For sure.
It's only been 2 weeks. We still feel like, man, this the hustle, loyalty, respect, you know, kissing baby. What Batista say, kissing babies and hugging fat girls and stuff like that. Like this is that John Cena. What are we talking? Like shitting on kids? Like,
yeah.
What are we doing, man?
It just don't.
But
it don't feel real.
That first promo was cool. Second promo was all right, but like he hasn't had a promo battle with Cody yet at all. If this Monday comes, first of all, they haven't thrown hands or anything. No. If I'm Cody Rhodes, you whooped my ass in front of the world and whooped me with a belt. I want to throw hands.
But at the same time, Cody didn't get Dwayne back, if I remember correctly. Dwayne did that in Chicago last year. Cody didn't get him back. They just kind of just waited to Mania. Right?
I thought he did.
Did Cody get The Rock back?
Yeah, I think so.
Am I misremembering it? Oh, wait.
Or maybe I'm tripping.
I can't remember.
I don't know. You might be right.
I might not be, but I'm
because you're talking about after they was in the rain and he was beating him up, right?
I remember that in Chicago.
Did he get him back after that?
I'm not remembering a retaliation from him. Because I don't recall if The Rock ever showed up again.
No, he definitely showed up again. I remember because it was like on a Monday. It was the Monday before WrestleMania. Okay. He was there. So I know he showed up again. Because that's when Cody smacked him.
Okay.
Cody smacked him. I remember that. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure somebody going to tell us that we right or wrong. I don't know. But I at least want a promo battle, man. Like,
and John,
it's starting to feel like I tweeted it. I said, man, they hiding Cody Rhodes from this John Cena promo battle like he Isaiah Thomas on defense, man. Like, just put the mics in their hand.
You think Cody can go toe to toe now?
Let me put it like this: Cody Rhodes ain't like bad at promos.
No, he's not.
John Cena is like
he's the goat of that shit. And I think
John Cena killed The Rock in the promo battle, like.
And John Cena go off script. That's what happened with Dwayne. He went off script when he came at The Rock with some shit he didn't even know he had. And for him to call him out for having his notes on his wrist, And he don't expect that coming. And The Rock is this big Hollywood star. He feels like he's protected. His shit don't stink. For him to get called out for that on national television, you saw the shift in his mood, and he did not like that. So I don't know how Cody will respond to John throwing a jab that maybe wouldn't expect it. Because I feel like John always got some shit in his back pocket.
John always got something, and you don't want to see it fluster Cody like that first promo battle between John Cena and Roman Reigns back when Roman Reigns was like, you know,
man. And when
like
Roman started over his words, and he was like,
it's
"Come on,
so bad.
Come on, Roman, you want to be the big dog? You gonna have to learn
It's
how to
so
do
bad.
these."
I remember
Hey.
I was in a relationship at the time, and I was putting my girl on the wrestling.
Yeah.
And it was this video like chronicling Roman Reigns' rise to where he is now. And it showed that, and she was like, "Turn this off, it's too cringy." Like I'm like, she just meant like she likes it. She just meant like he was doing so bad.
Yeah.
She literally could not watch it.
Yep.
It was so bad, bro.
Nah, it definitely is hard to watch.
You don't want that to happen to Cody. I can't see that happening to Cody, but you don't want something similar to happen to Cody. But hey, man, throw him in the water. Swim with the big dogs.
Yeah, exactly. You put him on a mic with The Rock. It don't get no tougher than that. He done him with Roman.
Clearly it do, since John Cena got The Rock. So
true. But he done had some tough ones.
Yeah.
Because eventually, he gonna have to go against the best in the world. He gonna have to.
Somebody else that got The Rock on the mic.
CM Punk it's some. He gonna have to really go toe to toe with one of the best on the mic. So you can't hide him forever.
You can't hide him forever. He got to step out there. But what was you about to say? Go ahead.
Did you fuck with the contract signing tonight?
I got thoughts, man. You know what? Let's just get into
what is Paul Heyman's favor? If you could create a theory. Is Paul Heyman gonna somehow snake Roman in favor of Punk?
I heard a theory from somebody. It was O'Shea Jackson has a podcast. His co-host said he thinks at WrestleMania Paul Heyman is gonna betray Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I'm feeling something like that.
And align himself with Seth Rollins.
What? So he's gonna fuck over both of them?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. I don't know. I think the favor thing is overblown. I don't even think WWE knows what the favor is.
I think they do.
You think so?
It would be hard for me to believe that the producers and the story writers don't know what the favor is. They probably help make the favor.
I think they have. They throw in this favor thing in, but I don't think they have exactly what it is planned yet. You see what I'm saying? Like they plan on doing it, they just don't know exactly what yet. It's just like a thing in the back pocket.
Oh, like you saying they just hinting at it, but they trying to figure out essentially what the favor is. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah.
As far as the contract signing,
you can go.
As far as the contract signing, I have a problem.
What was the problem?
Why is this main event in night one?
It's you saying it's the main event night two?
I don't think it's your main event at all.
Oh, you bucking.
Hear me out.
It's 2-star studded to not main event.
Hear me out, right? First of all, they doing this because CM Punk wants to main event WrestleMania.
What?
I want to see CM Punk main event WrestleMania. I just want to see CM Punk main event WrestleMania in a match with some stakes. Like, there's nothing on the line here. It's just a triple threat match.
Okay.
The only time we get matches with nothing on the line to main event WrestleMania if it's like something historic.
Yeah.
Like, in 2022, it was Kevin Owens versus Stone Cold. That's Stone Cold's first match in 19 years.
Yeah.
You had John Cena versus The Rock. It's John Cena versus The Rock.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's like, it's usually a championship match. And I know the build for the women's triple threat has been bad. I haven't even liked it. I don't even like that it's a triple threat.
Yeah.
But I don't think this build has been that good either. I don't know if you feel a different way for this match, but I don't think the build has been great for it.
I think it's been solid though.
Okay.
And I also think this tonight kind of gave it a big boost. Thought they did a good job tonight. Um, I thought they did, and especially at the end, Roman was like, say thank you to me for you getting your first time a main event WrestleMania. Essentially, you only getting that spot because of me. Thank me as your tribal chief. That I thought that whole part right there was dope. I thought Seth Rollins going off, saying that Punk don't deserve this. Ain't no reason why he should be in a main event WrestleMania. You know, because Seth always got the you ain't been here for 10 years, and he gonna throw that in his face every time he get a chance.
He's
And
still
then
bitter about that.
and then Punk gonna hit him with the they've been chanting my name for 10 years. And so, I mean, I thought that whole segment was dope. And then for it to end on that note, of that me main event in WrestleMania isn't the favor that Paul Heyman owes me, and you see Roman's face get a little distasteful, a little upset, and then the camera just cut off. I thought right there they did a great job storytelling and kind of giving it some honest and true build up to what we're gonna see. And I think from what I'm seeing with these ticket prices, I'm guessing next Friday in Chicago we getting something, because floor seats general admission tickets are at $600. So I'm guessing it's something about to pop off on Friday again.
Bruh, these ticket prices, WWE, TKO have lost their minds. Have you seen the prices for the meet and greets?
At Mania?
Yeah.
Nah. I don't
They have like
I've
they
never
have
really
like
thought
meet and
about meet and
greets.
greets.
Yeah, you shouldn't. They have one with like Jimmy Uso and Liv Morgan for like $500, bro.
Damn.
Just to say hi, take a picture, and bye. That's it.
I'm good.
It's no way. Why is that the same price
As the ticket to get in the arena.
as the ticket to go to the show?
I guess
That don't
essentially
make
they
sense.
saying we gotta pay them to be here, so we gotta make some of that money back.
They are making more than enough money. I promise. You just said floor seats for SmackDown is like $600.
Yup. That's just a general admission. It don't even make sense. I was just like, and the Cinder 100s is like 5. I'm like, what is the plan for SmackDown in Chicago? I know Punk is going to for sure probably be
Right.
there. Like, what else is there a surprise? Because tonight they didn't really hint at nothing that's going on Friday. Like, there was no build up, at least in this triple threat feud. They didn't hint at them all three being there Friday. So, I highly doubt John Cena's going to be there. So, like, unless there's some surprises that we don't know about, and they just pay the price and you'll see. But other than that, I don't see the hype behind 600.
I don't think it matters. I think WWE just like, we can charge these prices, we gonna do it. They either gonna pay or they ain't.
Especially because
I
it's
don't
that
think
time of
it's
the
a
year.
big. Yeah, it's that time of the year. I'm sick of y'all getting so many shows though. I swear, Chicago get like
What?
3 shows a year.
No,
man.
we don't.
Y'all don't. It feel like it.
I feel like we don't. I feel like we don't get enough.
Man, what?
Like, what cities do you think they go to the most?
Chicago.
No. I feel like AEW used to come here a lot when Punk was on the
I'm gonna
roster.
look it up right now.
When
I'm gonna
Punk
see
was-
how many.
When Punk was on the
I mean-
roster, AEW came here a lot. I feel like they were
Yeah,
here
that's
every
true.
couple of months.
That
But
is true. AEW went to Chicago a lot.
since he left, they haven't really been here a lot.
Let me see. WWE shows in Chicago 2024. Let's do last year. See if
Let's
it
see how
shows.
many. It's probably. I think last year was 3 times. Three shows in a year isn't a lot.
That is a lot.
That's a lot.
For one city, yeah.
Oh shit! I disagree. I feel like we needed like 5.
3 shows in 1 year is a lot for one city, bro. Most shows don't get 2 a year.
Oh shit! I did not know that.
Yeah. Like it was one time. Baltimore is a big wrestling city. There was a time where we would only get shows like every other year.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I didn't
three
know
shows
that.
in a year. 3 shows in a year is a lot.
Because I think last year what we get was that Survivor Series. I think we got a Raw. No, we got a SmackDown in like June, and then we got a Monday Night Raw. If I'm not mistaken.
Y'all got both.
Yeah,
Both.
and Survivor Series. Actually,
I
no.
can't
Survivor
remember
Series. Survivor Series was essentially the previous year because it was in November, right?
Yeah, that was 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Baltimore was supposed to get Money in the Bank in 2020, but then COVID shut everything down. Before that, the last pay-per-view we got was 2017, Extreme Rules. I went to that one. But yeah, other than that, we mainly get Raw. We don't even really get SmackDown anymore. And we'll get like some house shows, but that's
So
it.
essentially, you're saying y'all can't get the Tribal Chief.
Yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough, man. It's tough. I got to see him because I went to WrestleMania, but other than that, it's tough, bro. It's tough.
Do you think Kevin Owens is eventually getting punted? They've hinted at it like multiple times in the last few weeks after banning the move. So is that something that they're saving for Mania, or is it happening maybe the week before?
No, you got to do it at Mania.
At Mania,
I think that's the build up. I think you save it for Mania because we haven't seen it in so long.
What if they do it? What if they do this weird storyline? Because Kevin Owens, sometimes he look a little banged up. What if now he's going into this Mania match with a concussion? A diagnosed concussion, and he had to wrestle through it.
See, that works if he a good guy, but he a bad guy. We want to see him get his ass whooped, so it's like, fuck your concussion, goddamn. Go in there and get your ass whooped. That's gonna be a good match though. And the thing is, like, what I'm looking out for is it seemed like every year at WrestleMania, Randy Orton is wanting to try something new with the RKO, a different way to hit it.
Last year it was off. It was this is War Games. I'm tweaking. I was thinking when
no, last year he did one. I'm trying to remember what it was though. I think it was off the pop-up power bomb.
Oh, you might be right.
I can't remember, but because I know they had that triple threat with Logan Paul.
Yeah.
But I can't remember the RKO he did.
Because, I can't remember.
And I was there. It's crazy.
You was there? I was streaming it, so like I did ask. Can't even remember what happened.
I can't remember. That was a good match though.
Yeah, no, I feel like there's not many bad matches when Randy is in.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Randy is like one of the most solid and dependable in the business right now.
No, yeah, that's.
I don't know how much longer we got him for.
He said until he's 50.
Okay, how old is he now? Like 46?
No, I think Randy's a little younger than that, right? I think he's like 42. Randy Orton's kind of old. He just been through a lot of. I mean, he's kind of young, but he's 44.
44. Okay.
I think what does that say? Did he just turn 44? Yeah. No. He's turning 45 in 3 days. His birthday is April 1st.
Okay.
Shout out to my happy early birthday to Randy. I hope you enjoy
April
that.
Fool.
I hope you enjoy that B-Day, man. Your birthday being on April Fools, though, is kind of crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah. I can only imagine the jokes that he get.
Yeah.
Especially growing up every year, the jokes that you get with your birthday being on April Fools.
And then it's like your whole birthday is a joke.
I ain't gonna lie, it's fucked up when you say it like that. I remember the first time me and my best friend was like, before the Carter 3 came out, we used to listen to the radio. This is like 2008, y'all, mind you. Like, people was listening to the radio like that. When new songs dropped, we heard them on the radio. So it was like,
that was the only way for us to listen to them.
Lil Wayne and Jay-Z, Mr. Carter. And I'm listening, we listening. He like, I call them April babies because they fools. And he look up, because both our birthdays in April, he look over at me like,
Nah.
He said he ain't talking about me. My birthday April 30th. I'm basically in May. I said, get the fuck out of here, man. Mine is April 12th. I'm
April
stuck.
12th? Okay.
I'm right in the
You're
middle.
right in the
I'm
middle.
stuck.
So you a damn
Yeah.
fool.
I'm a damn fool. I'm a damn fool. I'm also a damn fool for believing that WWE was going to do anything with this Tiffany and Charlotte Flair build.
Yeah, I do think that. I think the match itself will be good.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
I do think, like, when you're talking about promos and the build up of it, it's been a little underwhelming. Um, honestly, didn't think Charlotte should have won. But honestly, I see the angle that they're trying to go at, though. Give Tiffy the big dog. And I don't think Charlotte is winning. I know a lot of people think that Charlotte is going to win that match. I do think Tiffy is going to win that match.
At first I was sure, but I don't know, bro, because it's Charlotte and WWE. Like, you never know. Like,
you just don't. Why build Tiffy up like this just to tear it down? Unless
let
you
me
think,
ask you this.
Also, I hate this. I hate how they switched their character. Can I speak on that?
Yeah, please do.
I think it's some bullshit. Why did they literally shift her whole character? She was this bratty white girl heel that walked around like being a fucking bratty heel. Yeah. And they literally changed her face out of nowhere, and it don't like, it's like the Cena shit. It don't. Why you feed me this bullshit just all of a sudden? It wasn't even. We didn't ask for this. I wanted Tiffany to be this bratty heel white girl that was born rich and privileged, as y'all always portrayed her, and then y'all went to this whole different angle to where she's this babyface heel, and then every time she's been in the ring with Charlotte done fucking dog walked her ass. Like, it don't even fit what they were building, what they built Tiffany to be before they gave her the title.
This Tiffany Stratton shit. First of all, I think they did it because the fans started cheering her and chanting that Tiffy time shit. They liked her too much.
Well, she's
but even then, it's like, she is. And even then, it's like, nah, fuck that. Let her be this rich, bratty, white blonde that comes from money. I think that's I agree with you 100%. I feel like they should have stuck with that. And I also feel like they turned her babyface partly to go up against a heel Charlotte.
Yeah.
And I think that's stupid. Like, I didn't think Charlotte should have won that Royal Rumble.
They could have easily went the angle of Tiffy being this bratty white girl heel. Now she's going against babyface Bianca.
And you know what? This Tiffany Charlotte feud would work if Charlotte was the champion and Tiffany was challenging her.
Yeah. I agree 100%.
With Tiffany being a champion, it just don't. I don't know, man.
I wanted her to come into this as like herself.
Yes, like when she was feuding with Becky Lynch in NXT, she was talking that cash shit, man. Like, I just want that Tiffany.
And then they brought it into this. They literally brought it all, and then they just kind of took it away. Slowly, especially with the Nia Jax shit. It started kind of there. Because Nia was a heel.
And she still hasn't beat Nia Jax.
Yes. Also, where was the transition of that shit?
Bro,
what are we doing?
I'm telling you.
What are we doing? She literally... there were so many hints of her cashing in on Nia. She eventually cashes in on Nia. And then the next fucking week, they not even... It's like it's dead. It didn't even. Let me tell you. They just wiped it away.
I don't know if you watched this Smackdown, because I went to this Smackdown that was in DC. It was on Valentine's Day. It was Nia Jax versus Tiffany Stratton 1-on-1 for the championship.
Yeah.
Nia Jax was getting her rematch. And it ended in a no contest because Candice LeRae got Nia Jax disqualified. Okay. Why are we doing that? Like, if you want to build Tiffany up, to go up against Charlotte, let her pin Nia Jax.
Yeah.
Not pin Nia Jax in a tag team match at Elimination Chamber that nobody cares about.
Yeah. I just felt like they missed that whole angle, that whole storyline. There was
They fumbling
they
this,
literally
man.
skipped a chapter. You can't skip steps. I feel like when you skip steps, you leave a lot of holes, and it's just like your fans gonna know. Like I've been looking at that, and I'm just like, is that something they like? We'll come back to that. We want to rush into the Charlotte shit, but we gonna come back to that eventually. And at that point, it's gonna be like it's too late for that shit. We don't keep that same energy. Keep it over there. That would be my mentality as a fan.
I want to address what you said when you said I don't think they would build Tiffany up like this to have Charlotte win. I want to, and I'm gonna look in the camera when I say this. I want to remind you, in 2018, Asuka won the Royal Rumble, came from NXT. She was the women's NXT champion. She left NXT as champion. She vacated the title, never lost. What LeVar Ball say, never lost.
Never lost.
100 match win streak, undefeated, just to tap out to Charlotte at WrestleMania. She didn't lose. She tapped out.
Yeah.
Charlotte won the Royal Rumble in 2020, beat Rhea Ripley for the NXT title. And you would think, okay, Charlotte at NXT, she going to build up another talent, another young talent, somebody going to beat her. No, she lost the title in a triple threat ladder match to Io Sky. Didn't even get pinned.
Oh.
This is what they do with Charlotte. So don't be surprised if WrestleMania come and Charlotte is Tiffany is tapping out to Charlotte, but I hope that's not the case.
We gotta let Tiffy shine, man. We
gotta let her shine.
We gotta let her shine. And I wonder will they go back to the bratty white girl at some point.
I hope they do it sometime this year. Like just realize that's her bag and that's what works for her, and just go back to it.
Yeah, I just don't understand. It's like turning Rey Mysterio heel.
Just going against the grain for no reason.
Yeah, it's just imagine Rey Mysterio being heel.
I can't do it, bro.
It don't even make sense.
Like even though John Cena like really was never a heel throughout his run, I could see him being a heel. Yeah. Rey Mysterio, absolutely not.
I can't even see Dom being a babyface.
I can.
You can?
I can. But I prefer him heel though.
I do too. I just think he gets too much heat. It'll be weird for me to see Dom in a babyface role. Because like in that babyface role, does he then squash his beef with Ray? Does that
hold up?
Is that how to
hold up? I was about to say that's how I want to see Dom turn babyface eventually. Like years ago, back in like the 80s, early 90s, whatever. I think it was the 80s actually. It was Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth, and they broke up after the whole beef with Hulk Hogan. And Macho Man was a heel, and his manager was Sensational Sherry. So he had a retirement match at WrestleMania against the Ultimate Warrior. He lost the match. Miss Elizabeth was in the crowd watching the match. Sensational Sherry start smacking him and beating his ass like, you lost, you suck, blah, blah, blah. Here come Miss Elizabeth out of the crowd, start whooping her ass, and they reunite and like they hug in the crowd. Like people in the audience are crying because Miss Elizabeth and Macho Man have reunited.
Oh wow!
I need that with Rey Mysterio and Dom. I need Rey Mysterio to have a retirement match, and he lose, and like some dudes is just jumping him, and Dom is like, you know what? That's my dad. I had enough. I can't sit back and watch this. Come in and make the save, and they hug it out in the end.
That honestly would probably be that would be the perfect ending of Ray's career.
That would be a perfect end. That's the only way I want Dom to turn babyface though. Just reuniting with his dad. Other than that,
does he turn heel again after that, or does he just go full babyface?
Just go full babyface.
Okay.
But I'll tell you this. I want to see Dominic Mysterio become Intercontinental Champion at WrestleMania as a heel.
That's gonna be an interesting match because can he hang with Braun?
Hell no, but I think hell no. But I think they doing like a fatal four way.
Okay.
I think they planning like a fatal four way with like Braun, Penta, Finn Balor, and Dominic. So that way you can have him pin somebody that's not Braun.
Yeah. Damn, that's great. That's a lot of talent in that ring, and then it's just Dominic.
Come on now.
No, I'm just being honest.
He can go, man.
That's
Dominic
a lot of.
cool.
I didn't know that was the full card, but like when you say all those names and then you got Dominic Mysterio in there, I don't know, man.
Don't do Dom like
I'm not saying he bad, but like don't them motherfuckers they all can like they can wrestle.
He not on a tier with them at all.
No,
but he can hold his own.
He definitely has a great character.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see his ring. He has developed very well in the ring. Don't get me wrong. He just isn't elite yet, and I also think he needs a new finisher. I hate the 619. It get away from your dad.
I thought his finisher was the frog splash. I don't know what Dom finisher is because he don't win matches.
Hey, great fucking point.
What is his finisher? He don't win matches. I don't know.
I thought it was a 619. You saying it's the frog splash. So apparently don't know about it.
Maybe it's both.
Maybe it's like it's probably a combination like his dad. You know how Ray hits the 619, then he'll hit you with the frog splash.
Yeah. Somebody tell us what Dom finisher is.
I'm almost sure it's 619 into the frog splash. Like that's how the 619 is followed up.
His 619 is terrible though.
It is. It don't look good.
It's god awful.
What's the old girl in NXT that does it now?
Stephanie Valkyrie.
Yes.
Shout out Stephanie Valkyrie.
She can do that shit.
Yeah. She nice. She like that. She nice.
She is. Booker T be on that freak shit with her.
I don't blame him. What else still on it? I think we covered everything on the show as far as importance. We covered Drew and Damian Priest.
Kevin Owens and Randy.
Talked about, yep.
And then we talked about the triple threat. And there really wasn't much else going on.
Naomi. How you feel about the Naomi heel turn? So
far? I'm not gonna lie. I kind of knew it was Naomi though. I mean, I kind of figured it was Naomi. It's gonna be fun seeing her and Jade going together, going against each other, and I think it's great story writing. I think that was one of the best executed stories they've written in a while.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best stories going into WrestleMania as far as like building the feud up. And her promo that she did, I don't know if you saw it, was really good. Like, she acting really well too. She got the tears coming down and everything. I'm like,
I feel like when Naomi came back, I was like, she nice. Yeah, I did not expect her to turn heel though. She was so sweet and kind. I didn't see this switch and to see her put Jade out for months, and I thought that was really well executed by the WWE. I don't know if Jade actually had an injury and they needed a reason to write her off, or if they just did that as just like part of the story.
I honestly don't know either. The rumor was that she had an injury, but I don't think anything was confirmed.
I think that's actually crazy how they do that. You got an injury, bet we finna whoop your ass. And
John Cena, they was like, damn, John Cena going away to film a movie. All right, he got stabbed in a nightclub, like because his gimmick was a rapper.
Yes,
I was a kid. I was like, yo, Carlito stabbed John Cena. Yes. What happened?
Or like when Vince McMahon, they blew up his car. They blew him up inside of a car. That shit was insane.
The fucked up part is we never got to see the end of that story because of what happened with Chris Benoit and shit. But when I first saw that, I went on WWE.com the next day. It was like Vince McMahon dead. I'm like, what? Like, wait, did he really blow up in that car?
And as a kid, you believe all that. You think it's
all
real.
Of it, bro.
And that's why I boycotted the WWE for like 10 years. There's a 10-year gap between me and my fandom in 2008 till most recent.
I remember you was doing like You was doing the catch up, like you
I
was
was.
watching
I
stuff.
think I only got up to 2011 though. I haven't really been
Yeah,
watching
I'm not gonna
heavily at
lie
night
to
no
you,
more.
bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Stop at 2011. Don't watch nothing else. That decade is so goddamn bad. Don't watch. Like
So
you
I ain't.
say
So I
that,
didn't
yeah,
miss nothing.
that's like the perfect time for you to miss shit because it is so bad from 2011 to like it's some good years in there. Like 2016 is a good year. Um,
That's like the.
2012 is
That's
not
like
a good year.
2016 is when Roman and Seth and Dean Ambrose, right? That's when they started taking off. Or was that a little later?
Was that nah? They broke up in 2014.
Oh, it's 20. They broke up in. Damn.
Yeah, they
Really?
broke up in 2014.
I thought they broke up way later than that. Okay.
No, they wasn't together long. Like they debuted the end of 2012 and broke up
Okay.
after WrestleMania 2014. So
Mm.
yeah, they only had 2 WrestleMania matches together, and one of them was against Road Dogg, Billy Gunn, and Kane. Like it was
Mm.
ridiculous, bro.
I remember they didn't they have a handicap match against Punk too, where it was them three versus Punk.
Yes, they did. I remember that. Yes, they did. That's why Punk kept saying the only way both of y'all can beat me is with the other one's help. It's crazy, man. I can't believe it. Cause you know how I felt about CM Punk, but I think I'm a CM Punk fan now, bro. Like he's
Hey,
converted me, bro.
I'm happy you came the right way, my boy. You know how we rocking over here. The
He has
Everybody
converted
know
me,
how we
man.
rocking over here. Stop playing with
He has
us.
converted me.
The best in the world, the second city saint. Stop
He
playing with
ain't the
him.
best in the he ain't the best in the world. I ain't going that far. You know.
Hey, you'll believe it
Gunther is
soon.
the best in the
You'll
world.
believe it sooner or later.
Yeah,
Gunther don't want
okay.
that. Gunther don't want that smoke either.
Don't nobody want to smoke with Gunther. Well, they making Gunther look like a hoe right now, but
I miss
we'll
the old.
save that.
I miss the old him. But we could
I
say
miss the
that.
old Gunther.
We could say that for
Yeah.
when we need to talk about him.
Yeah, we can say that for Monday when
Facts.
you know at the Raw. Yeah.
But I
But
think that's a wrap, man.
I think it's a wrap.
I appreciate everybody who tuned in to this first episode of Tag Team Talk with D Mills and Amanda Reese. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and comment some discussions that y'all have had with y'all homies, y'all friends, and maybe we'll respond to some of those in the comments. But other than that, we out, baby. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.